Have you had a bowel movement today? Have you had a bowel movement in the past week? If you don't have a bowel movement on a daily basis and you're eating every day, then you're constipated. Sorry to tell you this, but you are. Now, here is how it works. The opening in your mouth through mastication or chewing is the first process of digestion. You chew your food until it's almost a liquid. It goes down your esophagus into your stomach for further breakdown. Then it leaves the stomach and it goes into the small intestine. And then from there, it heads to the large intestine or the colon. This is the eliminating oil, not oil, but the eliminating organ, your large intestine. As the food or processed food or broken down food moves through the large intestine, it's supposed to go out of your anus. So there's two openings, the mouth and your anus. That's it. Your food is never ever supposed to hang up, slow down, or just freeze in any aspect of your digestive tract. Not at all. Once and if it does that, then you are going to have some health issues. You see, your food begins to rot in your gut or in your intestines. And when your food begins to rot because it has stopped, then you will have a very, very acidic environment. And that acidic environment is going to also cause all types of toxic gases and toxic waste inside your intestinal walls. And once that happens, you are a prime candidate for a few possible conditions and or diseases. One of them is IBS, irritable bowel syndrome. Another one is leaky gut. That is when the walls of your intestines break down because of the acidic environment. It's supposed to be non-acidic when it's leaving out. Okay, so when it breaks down the walls, that waste begins to absorb into your tissues and it's not supposed to be there. And that causes other issues. Also, you can have diverticulitis, colitis, short for colon, colitis, or inflammation of the colon. And you can also develop Crohn's disease, all for the most part related to improper digestion. Now, what causes constipation is a plethora of things. It could be a few things. One of the things could be medication that you're taking. Secondly, it could be an improper combining of food. Just because you like how it tastes, just because you've been doing it traditionally or as a custom throughout your family's existence, doesn't mean that you combine every type of food together. That's an American thing. That's not what nature says. There are certain things that you have to eat alone and you cannot combine them together, because when you combine them together, then they hang up inside your digestive tract and they begin to putrefy, and then it slows down and it causes your digestion to be impeded. It slows down so it cannot move out or pass out like it's supposed to through the peristalsis movement. Now, this is usually why people are constipated. Another way you can become constipated is when you eat late at night, especially a heavy meal and especially meat. It is difficult for your body, your stomach, to break down animal protein. If it were to break down animal protein, it can only be done in a very small portion because we were not originally intended to eat animal protein. Now, you have to have fiber in your diet through leafy vegetables, greens, and fruit to help push the food out of your system. You have to have fiber. Meat, animal protein that is, It's not fiber. So that's going to stay in your system longer. And it's going to do what? Cause you to be constipated. Now, if you eat 3 meals a day, you're supposed to have on average approximately 3 bowel movements a day. Let's use this as an example. If you eat breakfast in the morning when you get up or rise, that breakfast, right around the time you have gone up until about 12 or 1 o'clock, you eat lunch. The breakfast should already be on its way through your system. The lunch should never catch up to the breakfast as if it were in a traffic jam. And when you eat your dinner meal or your supper, that's not supposed to catch up with the first 2 meals either. They all pass on their own. The breakfast leaves the body, then the lunch leaves the body, and then the dinner leaves the body, if you're eating that normal regimen of food throughout the day. Anytime you have 1 bowel movement and you've had 3 substantial meals, you might want to consider watching what you eat and the combination of things that you eat, and whether or not you're up and around exercising, because that helps push your food out as well. It helps the digestive process when you are active. And you're supposed to be up and moving around for your food to digest properly. You're not supposed to be lying down in the bed, going to sleep at night after you've had a heavy meal, like after Thanksgiving, after Christmas, or any other celebration. You're not supposed to be laying down with food in your stomach, because digestion takes more energy of any other process that we undergo as human beings. It takes more energy than sex. Digestion does. Your food can literally be digesting for several days, or attempting to be digested, because you have improperly combined the foods. So understand this. And then this is why a lot of times people are so tired and lethargic, because their body's still trying to break down the food that they had a day ago or 2 days ago, sometimes 3 or 4 days ago. So understand that. Now, once again, before I leave, how many times should you have a bowel movement? If you eat 3 times a day, you're supposed to have approximately, I said approximately, 2 to 3 bowel movements. If you're eating 3 substantial meals a day, breakfast, lunch, dinner, not including the snacks in between and so forth, a slice of cake or what have you. Now, if you're having 1 bowel movement a week, or you haven't had a bowel movement every 2 weeks or in 2 weeks, you're constipated. So again, you're constipated if you're eating every day and not having a bowel movement every day. You're constipated. And constipation can bring on a whole lot of illness. Constipation can make you sick. Constipation can cause cancer if gone untreated. And I'm not talking about medicine when I say untreated. I mean you taking care of the issue, your own problem, by making sure that you take care of eating properly, staying hydrated, eating foods high in fiber, exercising, getting proper rest even. Okay? So if you have any questions concerning constipation, or any other subject for that matter, please leave it in the comment section below, and make sure that you take note. If you're eating every day and you haven't had a bowel movement in a while, a week or 2, get on it. If you need some help about what you should be eating, and it really should be a no-brainer, plenty of fruits and vegetables in your diet. Vegetables should monopolize your diet. Fruits second, meats third, in my estimation. Okay, this is Brother Teacher. Stay healthy, stay blessed. See you in the next video. So long.